Suspended Rivers Governor Fubara to join APC after Tinubu deal. Political intimidation in bid to crush opposition before 2027 polls. Good day, my dear listeners, from wherever you're listening from. It is another gist coming to your listening ears today as the suspended Rivers Governor Fubara, decided to join APC after Tinubu deal political intimidation in bid to crush opposition before 2027 polls. Dear listeners, moving on to the full details, kindly please ensure you like, subscribe to this channel and share. In a major political twist that could reshape the 2027 electoral landscape, exclusive information obtained by Sarah reporters reveals that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has finally coerced Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara into joining the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC) following months of intense political pressure, institutional intimidation, and strategic coercion. This development, sources say, is the culmination of a calculated campaign by the APC-led federal government to weaken opposition strongholds across the country ahead of the next general elections. According to sources, the objective is to consolidate power, neutralize political threat, and ensure that President Tinubu coast to victory in 2027 with minimal resistance. Multiple sources familiar with the situation describe the pressure mounted on Governor Fubara as unprecedented and deeply troubling in Nigerians' democratic history. The federal government, allegedly using every state apparatus, from the judicial and security agencies to the National Assembly, launched a coordinated offensive aimed at undermining Fubara's authority and isolating him politically until he had no viable option but to capitulate. At the center of this political storm is Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike, Fubara's political godfather turned adversary. With federal backing, Wike spearheaded a relentless campaign to bring Fubara to his knees. From orchestrated legislative threat to judicial maneuvers and threat of impeachment, Wike was said to be acting with the full blessing of the presidency. The president wanted Rivers State under control by any means necessary, one source disclosed. The fear of 2027 is real. Their internal assessments showed that public discontent was growing over hardship, insecurity, and economic mismanagement. The only way out was to break the opposition and enforce loyalty, state by state. This explains why, according to political observers, the presidency turned a deaf ear to the outcry from prominent Nigerians and civil society groups who condemned the sustained political siege on Governor Fubara. Sources say the turning point came during the controversial 2015 London Peace Accord, a high-level secret negotiation between Fubara and Tinubu. It was during this meeting that Governor Fubara agreed to join the APC in exchange for political survival, one of the sources said. In April, during a walking visit to London, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu met with suspended Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara. The meeting, confirmed by the Africa Report, has not been officially acknowledged by the presidency. According to officials, it marked the first face-to-face encounter between Tinubu and Fubara since the president declared a state of emergency in Rivers State and removed Governor Fubara and his deputy, Ngozi Odu, from office. As part of the terms, the embattled governor would be reinstated, albeit under strict conditions, with control of River State resources now shared or closely monitored by the ruling party's power brokers. The same Wike who publicly derided and sought Fubara's removal is now singing a different tune, recently describing the governor as his son and denying ever fighting him. In a recent interview with BBC Pidgin, Wike denied fighting with the suspended Rivers State governor, saying Fubara is my son. Why will I fight him? I am only fighting against people who want to steal what they did not work for. When you don't defeat them, they will think you defeat them to the final stage. Now they are ashamed because they have been defeated. They are the ones pushing Fubara. According to the publication, Wike noted that he had told Fubara during a visit that he was ready for peace, if Fubara was ready as well. I told him that you have yam in your hand and the knife. You are the one that knows how you want peace. If you want sincere peace, you take. If you want dubious peace, you also take. This abrupt political U-turn has left many Nigerians disillusioned. My dear listeners, now I've come to the end of our today's news, but think I've seen the news looks like a trap.